Alright folks, welcome to Metal Wani. Marduk just played an amazing set, intense metal show here at Eindhoven, and with me we have Morgan. How you doing?
Fine. It's okay, but some technical aspects that I really didn't appreciate. The amplifiers, they didn't sound as they should because they've probably been used too long or too much, but apart from that, it felt okay.
Okay, and in terms of the fan response, how did it feel, to see your Eindhoven folks, enjoying the black metal show?
It was great. I mean, we played probably this venue 3-4 times before, even during spring last year at a smaller venue. We played our own headlining show when we were on tour. So, I mean, since we did the album, we probably did around 110 shows or something. So,
this year
we played it before. Yeah, we played in Holland many times and here as well. So, it's always great for us to be in Holland.
That's amazing, and we had the recent Paris incident which happened, so that it kind of sort of build a kind of a tension in mind that it's become kind of unpredictable now.
We played in Paris probably during the spring as well, March, April, if I remember correct. On the same street we always played.
Okay. But then it brought back memories.
Yeah, we played at the La Locomotive many times, and we played on a venue right on the same street, but earlier on, I don't remember the name, but I mean, it's, we probably played Paris around, if I remember correct, we played over 20 times in Paris since '94.
Wow.
And we don't care about terrorist shit, we'll be back anytime, so it's not a big deal for us.
That's really cool, and in terms of, because the album came out this year, made an impact, and you did a European run. Did you get a chance to go to States?
Not so far. Actually, we started out the tour the week the album came out. We started out in Australia, New Zealand, Japan. Then we went back to Europe and did like 22 dates. Went home, rehearsed a different set. Went back and did another 20 dates in Europe. We did South America, and we did a lot of festival dates in Europe, and then we did another European tour during October. So we've been keeping busy. So after this, we probably going out early next year. We're going back to do a few selected dates in Russia, a few dates in Sweden, and then April, May, we're probably going out in Europe. We're headlining a festival tour together with Immolation and Christian, and we're doing some dates which were cancelled on the last tour because a bus broke down, so we missed like the 8-9 shows. So we're gonna make them, and we're gonna probably do some more Polish dates. We'll probably have a month of dates, and then we have summer festivals, and then probably we'll do North America.
So,
and then we'll work on the
how long it's been since you played? Has Marduk ever got an opportunity to play in North America before?
We've been there probably 5 times.
And when was the last time you guys played there?
2013.
So that's like almost like 2.5 years. So you didn't get a chance to play the new songs for your American fans?
We got a chance, but it was not the right timing to do it because a lot of other things coming up. But we're working on it, and we will be back. We're probably going to end up the touring cycle for this album, Frontschwein, in North America.
Okay, cool.
Next year.
And
then we're going to go back and do the next album, and then we'll be marching across the world again.
So, have you already planned out stuff for the next album? Like,
of course.
Because it's been quite some time since you've been on road consistently, that might have sort of...
Yeah, but we always have a vision and ideas, and I'm working on lyrical concept and music, so it's not like we have completed a lot of stuff, but we have a lot of visions and ideas and riffs and a lyrical approach. So we're just gonna, when we finish the touring, go back and let everything takes its process, and we'll be back. So, because I personally already have a strong vision for the next album.
All right, so probably 2016 fall or 2017.
Probably, it sounded far, but I mean we're doing still touring in 2016, but probably early 2017. I don't know. Time should tell. Maybe earlier, maybe later.
Yeah, cool. And in terms of the lyrical concepts, the band is more inspiration from the World War stories in general. I mean,
depends on which album, but I mean we do a lot of different concepts from album to album. The latest one had a very clear World War II concept.
Yeah, and it's kind of crazy because I really find metal bands taking some reference of World War I, but majority of the bands are more focused on World War II. I never got to figure out why is that happening, because
for me it's about everything I do comes natural. For me it's about writing soundtrack to different stories, and I write to the things that inspires me. And I read a lot of World War II, even a lot of World War I, but for some reason a lot of the aspects of World War II really speaks to me, and for me it creates a soundtrack in my head, so I write the soundtrack to the happening. Awesome. And then people can like it or not, that's not up to me to decide, but I do what comes from within.
What really stands out with Marduk is that consistency in terms of writing. You guys don't experiment.
No.
So you've stayed.
Yeah, I mean, I think we do, but I mean,
but not to a level where fans start feeling reject, like what the fuck happened. I mean,
No,
where did
because
the
we're
Morgan
not those,
sound go?
one of those bands. I mean, I know what we do, what we believe in, and we do it within our frames, I would say, but we still do whatever we want to.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't want to play jazz music. I don't want to sing about space. It doesn't interest me. I'm interested in knives, hunting, killing, World War II, Satan. That's the things that inspires me.
Right.
And therefore, I do what comes natural for me.
That's amazing, and I know it's cool to see because I got into the second day here, and the first person I saw right in front was wearing a Marduk t-shirt with "Fuck Me Jesus" behind.
That's what it should do.
Yeah, so I know that t-shirt is got to be one of the most extremist stuff.
Maybe it is, but I mean, for us, it's not always about being extreme, it's about doing what comes from within.
Yeah.
And if some people find it extreme, it's okay. And if some people will not find it extreme, it all depends on your viewpoint in life. And everybody of us have a different viewpoint in life, where we come from, what we believe in, how we see the world.
Right, and you know, for you as a musician, where do you see you evolved over the period of time? Because as the years pass, as you keep writing albums, as you tour, you evolve as a musician. So how do you see, you know, Morgan back in the early 2000s or back in 90s as compared to 2015?
Of course, I look upon things differently. I mean, when I was 16, 17, I looked upon life in a different way, and I evolved. I become a different person in a way, but I still keep my ground beliefs. But I mean, we all get older, we all look upon things different, but I don't really know how to explain it. I just do whatever comes from within.
Awesome, and you know, in terms of touring more, it's going to be a packed year for you next, you know, but has ever got an opportunity for you to come towards a country, let's say India?
We got a few offers, but I don't really thought they were really serious, because you just have to check it out, because we still got a few offers for next year, because we're going back to Asia. Because we already toured over in Singapore, we toured in Thailand, you know, and Indonesia, and a few other places. So we want to conquer more areas over there. India is a place that is always consistent on my map that we have to go there. So when we get the right offer, we will be there to do a few shows. How many? I don't know, but we're always open to it, because we're a band that always believed in the power of our music and our vision. And we always like to perform in, I mean, a lot of bands always only tour the States and Europe.
Yeah.
I mean, we always try to reach areas. I mean, we played so many places over in South America where a lot of bands never cared to play. We played a lot of places in Asia, which be like, what, you play there? Was like, yeah, of course. We have supporters there, we're coming there. And we still have areas that we're going to reach, and some of them are in Asia, and it also includes India. And I want to play in the Middle East. Always wanted to do, but we also looking at want to play in Africa. So, but it's still in progress, so we'll see. But it's things that are coming ahead, and for us, that's more important than to play the States.
It sounds good, and you know, the vision Marduk had was to be the most blasphemous metal band. Is that still there? You know,
that was the thing when you were 17 years old.
Yeah.
But I mean, for me, it's not important to be the most blasphemous band, because you can look upon bands that are really blasphemous or whatever. For me, it's about, that was a statement at that time, because we wanted to bring more darkness and energy back to the music scene at that time, because it was really lame.
Yeah.
But being the most blasphemous, it's not important to us. It's about doing what you believe in. And we are a blasphemous band, of course, but I mean, it doesn't really matter. Nobody can beat Profanatica anyway. So.
Yeah. And in terms of, because black metal over the period of time has seen various ups and downs in terms of, you know, the rise in the 90s, and then, you know, where do you see it's happening? And which bands do you feel who started with you, you know, during the early times?
The only band I care about is my own band. I see bands come and go. Some of them have still been around. They appreciate. Some have come. They have gone. They have come back. But we have always been doing what we believe in, and that's what my band is. My importance, and the rest I don't really care about that. No, not really.
Awesome. So, you know, hopefully, if there's ever a chance to come to India, would be great. I don't know whether you're aware of your fan base in
Probably
India.
going to be there next year.
Should be wonderful, because you've got a very strong fan base, and I can safely say that we haven't had any black metal band come to India.
Well, and you will not have before we come anyway. So
that's amazing. So yeah, thanks, man. You know, honored to see you guys live. Hopefully down the road back home in India, see you.
We'll be there.
So should be interesting.
We'll be there.
So the man with the words here. Wonderful, man. Thanks.
Take care.